Okay, so do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we are going to start today join. Join is a new SQL. Oh, don't forget, we are still talking about SQL, Shabab. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about SQL, but the join statement. You use a join statement if you want information from more than one table, from 2 or from 3 tables. Yani. For example, let me take you here. For example, this is what I want. I want an output which looks like this. I want the lecturer name in my output table here. This is my output table. اعتبر هذه my output table. And I also want the department name. So simply, for example, I want Ahmed. What is department? ICS. So I want Ahmed, ICS. I want Amin, COE, because he is 2, صحيح. Hani, ICS. Aqil, ICS. Yusuf, COE. Khalid, COE. So this is what I want my output. So I want to write an SQL statement. Okay, so this SQL statement will take 2 tables as input. What are the 2 tables? The 2 tables is the department table, Ali Hadi, and the lecturer table. And I want him to give me what? An output which is only 1 table, which contains 2 columns, which is the lecturer name and the department name. Is this point clear, Shabab? What I wanted? Sorry, is that clear? Okay, so if that is clear, let's do it and I'll show you how to do it. You have to use join for this one. You have to join these 2 tables because you want the information from both tables, so you have to join them. So how do we join them? So the output will be 1 table, but the input will be 2 tables in this case. So this is how we do it. We have different joins techniques, but I'll just explain one for you now. This is what I want. I want the output to be Ahmed ICS, Amin COE, Hani ICS, Aqil ICS, Yusuf COE, and so on. To do this, this is how you write it. So this is what I will say. I will say select A last name. What is A dot? A stands for what? For lecturer A. سميناه lecturer A. We listed it. And department name, but department name is coming from table B. What's table B? Table B is what is the department table. So I'm saying select this column and this column from these 2 tables, which is lecturer table, which I call A, department table, which I call B, but join them. Join them according to what? Make sure that the A.dno must be equal to B.dno. I like to explain this point here. Why do we need this, Shabab? Is that important? Why just say join وخلاص? The reason this is important, this is what I am doing. Let me take you back to these 2 tables. Now, when I am joining these 2 tables here, Shabab, to get the output table that I showed you, what am I doing exactly? For example, when I say Ahmed, what do I do? So I will write Ahmed, fine. This is from table lecturer. So this will be my first row in the output. What will be the column name that I'm going to write here, Shiva? What's the department name?
ICS.
ICS.
How did you know?
Because of the D number.
Very good. So what he did was the D number of this one, he made it equal to the D number of this one, صحيح?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then, this is 1. Also, this is 1. Also, he must be ICS. هذا اللي عملته أنت. So this is what I am doing exactly here. So what I am doing exactly is the following. I am saying, okay, join A, which is the lecturer مع department, but make sure that the department number from A must be equal to what? The department number from what? From B. If I don't do this one, what do you think will happen? If I don't write this part, what do you think will happen?
Maybe all D name will be ICS.
This is what will happen, I will tell you. I will have Ahmed. So what I will have is, let me take you back to this table. This is going to be my output. My output will be the following. Let me just clean this. It will be Ahmed ICS, Ahmed COE, Ahmed SWE. Amin ICS, Amin COE, Amin SWE. So I will have how many rows? I'm going to have, because this guy is not included, لأنه ما عندوش ولا department معلش. But what I will have is I will have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 columns. Here I have how many? 3 columns here, 3 rows and 6 rows. I will have in my output, I will have 18 rows. So Ahmed will be repeated 3 times with ICS, with COE, with SSW. The same thing with Amin, ICS, COE. So Ahmed عنده 3 تخصصات. Ahmed, ICS, Ahmed again, COE, Ahmed again, SWE. Again, with Amin, do the same thing. So you will have 18 rows of output, ya shabab. Is this a wrong information or right information?
Wrong.
Wrong information.
Wrong information. بالضبط. The RSQL is wrong. So what you have to do is to avoid, make sure that this condition must be there. Okay, which is this condition. which لازم A.dno must be equals to what? B.dno. If this condition is not satisfied, معناتها خلاص معناتها that row should not appear. That's why عشان كده we ended up only with 6, in which this one is equal to this one. Do you have any question? Does that make sense to you? Okay, so I can get information from more than 2 tables, but make sure you must put a condition. We call this one a condition. هنسميها join condition. We call this one a join condition. So unless you have a join condition, you will get Cartesian product. يعني this multiplied by the other one, so you will have 18 of them. يعني 6 times 3. So this is called a join condition. So always مع join, we have to have some kind of a condition to make sure that the output is not wrong. Is this clear? Otherwise, the computer will give you a Cartesian product. It will give you 18 rows, which is totally wrong information. Any question? Okay, so let's go forward. Now, what I showed you, it's called inner join. Now, there are 3 kinds of joins. Okay, there are 2 kinds of joins. We have inner join and we have outer join. Inner join and outer join. Okay. Now, inner join simply means a type of join is called inner join. So, معناته إيش or equijoin to. Okay. So what it means is that in inner join you have to be in both tables. If they are not in both tables, you will not appear in the output. Like this guy, for example. Abdullah's information is only in one table. He has no information in this table, isn't it, Shabab? So Abdullah will not appear in the output. So in the inner join, not everybody will appear in the output, Shabab. Is that point clear?
Yes.
Okay. Ahmed will appear because he's from ICS. Amin will appear because he's from COE. Hani will appear, but Abdullah has no department. So there is no department of Abdullah here. So Abdullah's department is not here because he doesn't have one. So Abdullah will not appear in the output. So in inner join, you have to be in both tables. Your information must be in both tables to appear. Otherwise, you will not appear. In outer join, you don't have to be. You can be in one of them, but you will still appear. I will talk about outer join soon. Yani. But did you get inner join, Shabab? Is this point clear?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So let me take you back to this table now again. So this is what we call it. What you saw here is an inner join. This is an inner join. Now, let me just forget about this one. I'll just tell you right. So now, let me talk about the outer join. Why do we have outer join? In outer join, what you want is even those with no department, I want to see them in the output. So I want Abdullah to come in the output, but I want his department to be null. Why not? Yani? فهمت علي? So what I'm talking about again, let me just repeat. In outer join, this is what I want. I want the output to include all of them, but what do I want? I want Ahmed ICS, Amin COE, Hani ICS, Abdullah blank. So show me Abdullah, but show me blank. So if you want to do that, if you want to see Abdullah blank, then you have to use another kind of join, which we call what? Which we call outer join. Outer join. So outer join will show you everything. Yani. But we have 3 types of outer joins. We have left outer join, we have right outer join, and we have full outer join. So I'm going to explain the 3 of them for you, inshallah. Okay. Let me take you back now to outer join. Now, in outer join, this is what we have. Let me take you to 82. Sorry. Outer join. These are again the two files. I copied them to this one place for you so that I don't have to go back to 7 all the time. So I will make an outer join between this and this one. I will make an outer join. Let me outer join. Outer join. I'm بين هذول. So look at the output. It will be different kind of output. For example, look here. This is inner join. Sorry, we already did this. Suppose join. I am choosing here all the columns, ya shabab. Okay, instead of only last name, first name. So what will happen is I will see all the columns of A and all the columns of B. These are the columns of what? Of A, and these are the columns of what? Of B. Yani. Even this will be repeated twice. Yani. The same information repeated twice. If I say this, ya shabab, this is what will happen. So the DNO 11, DNO hina or DNO 1, but this DNO is what? Is DNO comes from one table and this DNO comes from another. In fact, this is not a DNO. This DNO is called what? It's called B.DNO, A.DNO. This is B.DNO. It's not a good idea to have this kind of output. Always remove one of the DNOs because they have the identical information. Yani 11, 22, 11, 11, 22, and 22, which is the same thing. So why do I need this information to be repeated? So remove this one. So my advice to you is don't use this one, Shabab, okay? Remove the duplicates. Yani. We don't need duplicate column names which have the same exact values here. Okay. So let me take you to outer join now. Now, oh, sorry, before I take you to outer join, there's another kind of join which we call natural join. In natural join, you don't have to specify what? You don't have to specify the A.DNO equals to B.DNO. It's automatically done for you. But make sure that we have DNO here and we have DNO here. So what I'm saying is, if you have DNO here, and you have DNO here, they are the same name. So the natural join, you don't have to write DNO and DNO in the join condition because they are the same, so he will do it for you. So he will see DNO here and DNO here, he will guess, and he will do it for you. So what I'm saying is the following. So instead of having A equals .DNO, B.DNO equals, sorry, B.DNO equals A.DNO, you don't have to do that one for natural join. In natural join, just write this part, but what you have to do is, what is this? Okay, sorry. I'm talking about this one. Yeah, here he didn't put any condition, but what did he put? Natural join. So when I write natural join, I don't have to give a condition. Automatically, the condition is done for me by the compiler. Okay, Shabab, but make sure that A.DNO and B.DNO. معناتها عندك DNO هنا وعندك DNO هناك. Otherwise, it doesn't work. For example, if this was DNO, and this was DNAM, مثلا, then it will not work, natural join. You have to use what? You have to use this join. So you have to write A.DNO, B.DNAM, and otherwise it doesn't work. Any question here about natural join?
Yeah, can we say, Doctor, natural join, that the two tables must have a relation between them?
Definitely, otherwise it doesn't work. They must have a relation. Okay. In fact, always, if there is no foreign key and primary key relation between two tables, don't join them. You will get a wrong information. Very good question, Sahih. So to join table, what does join mean معناتها؟ شوف الحين. The information of one entity is distributed in many tables. For example, let me take you to this example here. Do you see this example, the library example? I'm taking you back to the library. في book هنا صحيح. Or let's take author. Author. So let's say author number 1. What is his name? I don't find his name in this table. What is his name, ya shabab? You have to go to the author table, صحيح, to find his name, isn't it? So I have another table called author. So I have to go to the author table. So the information of one person or one entity is in different tables. What about if I want to collect them and see them in one table? هذا هو join. معناته ايش؟ Join the information of one entity into one place. This is what join mean يعني. فهتاخذ من التيبل هذا من التيبل هذا from this table and from this table and put them together in the output table, which is one table at the end. So that's what join means, ya shabab. The reason we are doing this one is because the information of one person is distributed in what? Into different what? Tables. For example, look at member here. Sami. That's his name, member ID and Sami. Now, what is his telephone number? I don't find his telephone number here. What is his telephone number? What is the telephone number of Sami, ya shabab? So I have to go to what? To another table, member phone. Oh, this is his telephone. Member ID 1, which is Sami. This is his telephone number. So معناتها his telephone number is not in the same place as his name. So as his name and the date of birth are in different tables. So normally what we have is the information of one person. You will find it in many tables. And somehow you want to put them in one, you want to put them in the output table as if they are in one table. How can I do this? To do this one, you have to use what? You have to use a join statement. Is this point clear for you? Why do we need join, ya shabab? You have to join of the information of one entity from different tables. Okay, sometimes you need to do that. Yani. That's why we call it join. Yani. Okay, is that point clear?
Okay. Yes,
yeah.
clear.
Yeah, in fact, what happens is, let me take you back to this again, very important information. When you are going to write your application, the person that is going to use your application, inshallah, at the end, when you finish your project, what he sees is, in fact, information from different tables here. So somehow we are going to join in an application, you have to write a join statement so that you get information from this table and from that table and so on. This all will be collected here by join statement in SQL. Then the user, you will show him the information here. So he thinks they come from the same table, but no, they don't come from the same table. For example, when you are using Blackboard, ya shabab, to look at your courses and so on, they are coming from so many tables. But when you see them, you feel that they came from one table, isn't it, ya shabab? Okay. So how do we do that one? We do that one using the join statement, join table statement. So you will do that one in the application here, بعدين, inshallah, so that the user who is going to use your project, he will not even know that the data that's coming, he thinks it is from one table, but they come from so many tables, from so many tables. How do? We use this one, join. So we use three kinds of join. We have the inner join. So the inner join and the outer join. Now the inner join they are divided into two. عندك equi join هتكلم عنه بعد شوية. وعندك natural join. So I showed you the equi join and I showed you the natural join. Equi join, you have to say this one is equals to this one. Like what we did, ADNO equals to BDNO. When you write this one, we call that one equi join. So it's part of inner join. The other kind of inner join is we call it natural join. In natural join, I don't have to say A.DNO equals to B.DNO. It's automatically done for you. But make sure that you have DNO here and you have the same name DNO here, otherwise it doesn't work. Any question in the inner join, ya shabab? So let me repeat again, just to make sure. Okay, we have two kinds of joiners. We have two kinds of joins. We have outer join and we have inner join. What is the difference between the two? The difference between the two is if your information, let's say if I'm joining two tables, if your information is not in both tables, you will not appear in the inner join. You have to be in both tables. Here you can be in just one table, you can still appear in the output. So this is the difference between inner join and outer join. So here, unless you are in both tables, your information is not in both tables, you will not appear. Here, your information, even if it is one table, you can appear. Now we have two types of inner joins. We have the equi join and we have the natural join. In equi join, you have to put the join condition. In natural join, you don't have to put the join condition. It's automatically done for you by the compiler. But make sure that what you are, the DNO and the DNO, they must those columns, they must have the same exactly name, and they must be related foreign key and primary key. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Any question here? Okay, so let me show you one thing. 81. Oh, sorry. Where is it? Here. So, what you see here, what kind of a join is this one, Shabab? Is it outer join? Is it inner join? Is it natural join? Is it equi join?
inner join.
It is
I
inner
think.
join, equijoin, صحيح?
Yeah.
It is because of this one, صحيح? Because of this condition, this is inner join. At the same time, it is what type of inner join? It is equijoin. What about
Yes.
this? Very good. What is it? Oh, I thought I had another example. What is natural join? What is natural join? قبل شوي شفنا. This one. What about this one? It is also inner join, but what kind of inner join? It is what? It is a natural join. In natural join, you don't have to write the condition. Okay, it's automatically will be written for you. But make sure that the column name is repeated twice. Any question? Okay, so let me take you to outer join. Outer join, we have three kinds of outer joins. We have left outer join, we have right outer join, and we have full outer join. And I'll explain what do I mean by this. طبعا inner join اتكلمنا عنه. Inner join, we said we have two of them. We have equijoin, and we have natural join. طبعا. This is the whole joins. They are divided like this. Join is inner join, outer join, and so on. So let me talk now purely about outer join. What do I mean by outer join? When you use left outer join, you will see everything on the left table. When you use right outer join, you will see all the rows which are on the right outer join. When you use a full outer join, you will see all the rows in both tables. What do I mean? Let me show you an example. For example, this is left outer join. So I'm going to outer join which tables? This tables. لو لاحظت في outer join, this is Abdullah. He has no department, but we want to see him. So what do we do? In that case, don't use inner join, use outer join. And this is what outer join does. Is that 88? Outer join. So what you do is the following. Now what you do is join the two tables. You are joining what? We are joining the lecture table مع مين? مع a department table. What kind of join it is? What? It is left join. Left outer join. اللي هو هذا left join. So this is outer join الحين. So left join who? Lecturer and department. Who is on the left يا شباب? Of this state of the join. The lecturer is on the left, and this is what? The department is on the right, صحيح?
Yes.
So what it means is show me all left join معناتها show me all the rows in the left table. That's what it means. So I will see all the 7 rows. كلهم حاشوفهم. فهمت علي? And I will join them. So I will join all of them. So 1 will give me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. شوف عبد الله حتى عبد الله ظهر الحين. But what do we see here? We see what? We see his department number is what? 0. صحيح? And طبعا he doesn't have a department حيكون 0. But I will see whatever information about him in the left table حيجي هنا. But the right table will be null and null. So this is how you can print anyone on the left table. طيب لو كنت عملت كده، لو كنت هذه كتبتها هنا وهذه كنت كتبتها هنا. What will happen يا شباب؟ I will see anyone on the left table, but now which one is the left table? The department, صحيح? Now, if you look at the department table, I don't have anyone from COE, صحيح? And the ICS with COE, or ICS, or ICS with COE, with COE, but there is no SWE, صحيح? But if you look at the table here, let me take you back at the table. Have SWE تخصص. But nobody is from SWE, isn't it? So, if I put this one on the left, I want to also see what? SWE in the output. This is what it means. So let me اختصر لك. Do the following. استخدم inner join. أول شيء فيهم أو استخدم equijoin. Then whoever is left, which is not displayed from the left table also, show him in the output. Let me repeat again. Outer join. How do I do outer join? First of all, do equijoin. Do equijoin. Now look at the rows which are not in the output, also add them to the output from the left table. If you are using left outer join. If you are using right outer join, anything which is left not in the output from the outer table, put it also in the output. Did you get my point, Shabab? Is this point clear for you? So go through 2 steps if you want to solve left outer join. First of all, do inner join. استخدم equijoin مثلا. Anybody who is in both tables will appear. So after that, what you do is go back, see if anyone is not in the output table, but he's still in the left table, put him. Like for example, SWE will be, is not, if he's in the left table, but I don't have anything about SWE here, صحيح? So what we should do is we should add another column here. We should say what? This is lecture ID is going to be null. Last name will be null. Department number will be 3. And department name is 0. Let me just show you an example here. Here I'm saying the following. This is left outer join. معناتها the table on the left will all the information of all the rows of the table in the left will appear in the output. Select A dot star, all the columns of A and all the columns of B. What is A? A is lecturer. What is B? B is the department. So department, all the columns of the department, all the columns of the lecture table are selected. يعني from lecturer's table, left join department table on this one is equal to this one. Now, once you have this is what we call left outer join. معناته ايش? First of all, show me all those who are in both tables. Then go back to the left table, which is this one. If there is anything missing here, which is not there, also show me that row. If the row is not here, put that row here. Is this point clear, Shabab?
Doctor, what will happen if I do left join immediately without doing an inner join?
No, you don't have to do inner join. This is left join. This is completely. This is done. So this includes inner join plus extra rows, which didn't appear. So you don't have to do what. So the inner join is done for you.
Okay. Left join does the inner join. The left join does the inner join.
Exactly. So the left join will do the inner join plus the other. Is this clear, Shabab? Is this clear for you? Maybe let me give you another example. Let's look at this example here. I'm using what here, Shabab? Right, صحيح? Right join. Now I'm saying select A dot star, B dot star, select all the columns from A and all the columns from B. طبعا A is lecturer, B is department. Okay, on A dot deno equals to B dot deno. So automatically you will get the inner join first. You will get all these tables. ما في SWE هنا صحيح. So automatically we add that one here. Because this row, which is this row here, he never appeared. هذا الrow الثالث هذا he never appeared in any of the outputs. So we will add him. So automatically, sorry, 91. So he will come here. So we will have null. هذا في output table يا شباب. 3 SW. This is what you will see, inshallah. What did he say? Why did he see the right one? Because he said what? Right. Who's on the right? On the right is the department this time. Yeah. Any question up to this point, Ashaba? Sorry. Any question?
Yes. I have a question, Doctor.
Yes.
About
yes.
When do we use the right or the inner or the left?
Very good. Very good. Let me tell you, when you go to work in a company, Shabab, لما تروح تشتغل في الكمباني, your boss will ask you to give him a report. يقول لك يا أخي, suppose if he tells you, let's say you are a database expert, he will tell you, what's your name, معلش? Umar, sorry. He will say, yeah, Umar, can you give me all the employees who work in departments? Don't give me the employees who doesn't work in departments. So what do?
I do the right join.
No, you don't do the right join. He wants only those people who work in departments.
I do the count.
You do the equijoin, right?
Okay.
You do the, so he wants you to do the following. He wants you to give him everybody's name with his department name. البوس عايز كده. That's what he wants from you. Let's say you are working in a company and he told you, Umar, okay, can you just go and print for me any employee in his department, the employee name and his department name. Please give me the list quickly. يعني عندي اجتماع عايز استخدمها. So this is what we call a report يا شباب. صحيح؟ So what do? You go and you write an SQL statement and you print for him and you type it on a paper and you give him so that he can use it in a meeting. So these are what we call ad hoc queries. Always when you go to work in a company, managers will ask you such kind of a question. Next day he will come and tell you, Umar, can you give me all the employees, whether they have a department? So I want all the employee name and his department. I don't care whether he is working in a department or not. Give me all of them. Now what do? In that case, you have to go and write an outer join statement for him. Okay? So it depends on what you are asked to do when you go to work in a company. This is a very, very common thing. When you go to work in a company, you will be asked something like this frequently. Suppose the boss, دائما, they have meetings and they want reports from the database. They want to know what's going on. So all the information مستخبي في database. So what they want is they want information from the database. So you have to go and write sometimes SQL statements and print them and then give them to the boss, and the boss will take it. If you have any meeting, he wants to say something, then he will use that information that he gave him. So sometimes can he ask you for a question related to what they call the inner join? Sometimes he will ask you questions related to outer join. Does that satisfy your question, Umar?
Yes, shukran.
Okay. Is this clear, Ashwab? Okay, what about full outer join? What do you think full outer join is? What is full outer join? Left and
right, maybe.
Exactly, it's both left and right table. Give me full information about everyone. So it's the combination of left union right outer join. So you will get this one. Here, when I say full join, okay. So what it means simply means give me everything. Those who are left from the inner join, and this you will get because of the inner join, because left outer join and right outer join and full outer join, they include inner join already. So inner join is already there, but automatically they have extra information. When you say full, anything which is left from the right table and anything which is left from the left table, I want to see everything. So sometimes the boss can ask you like this one. He will tell you, give me full outer join. And I want everybody and every department and everybody's name and with his department name. So this is what you will give him. So automatically, of course, for this is empty because this is only found on the right table. And this is also empty for this because it's only left on the left table. But you will see everything and the complete information of the department's workers and their departments. You will see them here. Any question here, Shabab?
Doctor, the lecture ID and the department number is supposed to be a primary key, right?
Which one? How did this? طبعا this is the output table here. الحين أنت عملت إيش؟
Yes. I mean in their original tables.
In the original tables they are primary keys. طبعا هذا حيكون primary key في the original table and this one is a primary key in the original table. But in the output table they are nothing.
I mean, how do they have null values if they are primary keys?
Oh, no. If you look at the original table, they are not null. Very good question. Look at the original table, they are not null. LID is a primary key, صحيح? And DNO is a primary key. None of them is null. Is that clear?
Okay.
Okay.
How about Abdul? Okay. Yes. I see.
Yeah. So the primary key is here, not null, and the DNO. So DNO is primary key here. It's not null. LID is primary key. Is not null. But here DNO is not a primary key. It's a foreign key, and the foreign key can be duplicate, can be null, can be anything. Okay, Shabab. Very good question. Is this clear? Is this clear? So let me summarize what I said. Inner join, you must be in both tables. Otherwise, you will not appear. Your information is in both tables. Outer join, you can be in one table. So that you will get the complete information from the left table if you are using left outer join. You will get all the rows in the right table if you are using the right outer join. And if you are using full outer join, you will get all the rows on the left and all the rows on the right يعني, after the inner join. So now no one will be left يعني. So you will get the complete information. Is this clear? Okay. So this was full outer join. Okay. Characteristics of outer joiners. Yeah, so includes. So this is a description اللي قلت لكم بالضبط يعني. This is already here يعني. You can read it yourself. So whatever I said is already here يعني. I'm just showing you the examples يعني. Now let's talk about union, intersection, and what they call and difference. These are sets يعني. These are very simple. I'll just show you examples and then you will understand them يعني. So what we can do is we can treat as a table as a set of what? As a set of rows. So this is one table. You can think of it as a set of rows. You have another table also. Let's say this is table 1 and this is table 2. Table 2 is also a set of rows. Now what do we do with sets? We can do union, we can do intersection, or we can do difference. And I will show you how we use them in databases. Okay, so these are SQL statements. So in SQL statement we have union statement. هذا معلش ما كلمتكم عنه. This is part of select statement طبعا. So we can use union, we can use intersection, and we can use difference. And let me show you by example how we can do that one. But to do a union between two tables, they must have exactly the same number of columns, the same type of columns, and the same order of columns. Let me repeat again. If I want to do any join or intersection or difference between two tables, then table 1 and table 2, they must have the same number of columns. There are 3 columns here, there must be 3 columns here. If the first column is DNO here, it must be also DNO here. If the second column is salary here, it must be salary here. If the last column is, for example, name here, it also must be name here. Otherwise, you cannot do this. You cannot do that. So they have to be compatible. We call this one as union compatible. Union compatible لما أقول لك معناته إيش؟ معناته it's simply if it's union compatible, it's intersection compatible. It must also be difference compatible. But altogether, we just call them union compatible. So they have to be compatible. Otherwise, if you have two tables, one has 2 columns and one has 3 columns, and if you want to make any intersection or join, or sorry, intersection or union or difference, it doesn't work. Is this clear, يا شباب? Is this clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Very good. So let's look at an example. Let's look, this is one table. I'm writing a select statement here. So select salary from the lecturer's table where DNO equals to 1. So these are DNO equals to 1. These are all the ICS يعني lecturers. So I'm going to, what is the output of this select statement, شباب? How many columns? 1 column, صحيح? The output of this one. انسى هذا. انسى اللي تحت هذا. Okay? I'm just talking about the output of this select statement هذه. What is it?
Yes,
1 column.
And it's called what? Salary, صحيح? Salary, isn't
yeah.
it? Now let's take the output of this one. What is it?
Salary.
Salary.
Also,
the same.
The same. Very good. Salary. Now this is output table of this. This is output table of this. Can I make union between these two? Is this a problem or I can? Are they compatible?
Yes.
Yes. So you make a union between these two. Very good. So it means this output plus this output, you will get the so in fact, this is a question, Shawab. List all the ICS and the COE faculty salaries. Remove duplicates. So automatically union will remove the duplicates for you. Suppose let's go back to this table here, table 7. What are the salaries of this ICS? 4000, isn't it?
Yes.
وايش ثاني؟
4200
4200 and
4000 ثاني.
Another 4000. So this is the output of the first one. Okay, this is the output of the first one, or the first select statement. What is the output of the second select statement, which is from COE, isn't it? 3700, 3500 and 4500. So this is the output of the second select statement. So if I make a union between the two of them, between this one and this one, what do you think my output will be? Do they have duplicates here? No duplicates, isn't it?
For the SS, there is one duplicate.
Okay, so that's going to be removed. So the output will be what? Will be 4,000, 3,700, 4,200. This is duplicate, خلاص. Then 3,500 and 4,500. So the output will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Is this clear, Shabab? Is that clear? Okay.
Yes.
So suppose your boss asked you, print me all the salaries, remove the duplicates. لو قال لك تستخدم هذه. You can do this one, صحيح? But you can, of course, use a different kind of select statement. يعني حتى لو قلت select salary from what? From the lectures بيعطيك نفس الانسر يعني isn't it? But distinct, of course, يعني you have to say distinct يعني. But I'm just showing you how to use union يعني. Okay, so this is one way to do it. If I take you back to this. What about this? This is exactly the same, but I'm not using union, I'm using union all. The difference is union all will show you also the duplicates. So he will not remove the duplicates for you. Maybe your boss wants to see them. Yani. So SQL has both. If you say union, he will remove the duplicates. If you use union all, he will give you all. He will not remove the duplicates. Is this point clear, Shabab? The difference between union and union all?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Now let me take you back to the second one. طبعا let me okay. Now of course طبعا هنا what I did, I cheated here. Did I cheat here يا شباب ولا I didn't cheat? Can you see my cheating here? Did I cheat here ولا لا? I cheated صحيح? How do I know DNO equals to 1 is ICS? كيف عرفت هذا? What did I do?
You know the tables.
Yeah, I went to the table وشفتها, okay, and so on يعني. But normally in programming we don't have to do that one, okay? We have to use information which is used here. He is telling me use ICS and COA. This is what the question is, صحيح? So I should use ICS and COA here. But the problem is I don't have ICS for lecture table and the DNO, isn't it? I don't have the department name, isn't it? So what I do is, this is what the right way to write it يعني. But لما أكتب 1, I should have written like this. Select the department number of the ICS. So this will give me 1. Select the department number of what? Of the COA. This should give me 1. This should give me 2. So this is the right way to do it. Okay. So don't in the exam. أوعكم تشوفوا التابل وتعطوني الفاليو هنا. It's not right. Okay. You have to use the information that I have given you. Is that point clear?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Let me stop here. I'm going to continue for a bit, inshallah. Next class from slide number 97. Okay, so before that, let me just talk about. Do you have any questions before I stop?
Yes, Doctor. Union all is
Yes.
the differences, including the duplicates, right?
Includes the duplicates. So you will see 4,000 repeated twice. Yes,
okay.
In the output. Yes, you're right. Any question?
The output, Doctor, of the union will be like the example of union, not union all. Will be 6 rows. He will put.
I don't know. Union حتعطيك 6 rows وهذاك حتعطيك 7 rows احتمال.
So you put rows on top of each other.
Oh yeah, you have to. It's a table with 1 column, but with rows like this. معي ولا إيه?
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. So because you are just selecting salary, so the output will be only 1 column salary. So the output will contain only 1 column. Any other question?
Doctor.
Yes.
In the union.
Yes.
It must be there is only one condition, which is the column, right?
To use union, they have to be compatible. You are right. If you have, for example, if I'm going to write a union between 2 tables, they can be output tables, both of them, like I just showed you. Make sure they are compatible. معناته إيش? If you have 3 columns here, you have 3 columns here, and the names must be the same. The first one, if it is DNO, the second also this one must be DNO. If this one is lecturer's name, this must be lecturer name, and so on. Is that your question?
Yes, but
In all of them.
what if
Yeah.
what if the second table have extra column? What will happen?
You have to remove it first by select statement.
Okay.
Like what he did here. He removed all. He just kept select salary. صحيح?
Yeah.
Select salary. So in your select statement, first of all, you have to do a select statement, remove the extra columns. And if the names are different, rename them as something. Give them a different, the same name as this one. فهمت علي? Suppose if this was sal مثلا in the table, in the original table, and this was مثلا salary مثلا كامل, so it doesn't work, isn't it? So what we should do is select sal as salary. So I will change it. I will make the same name. فهمت قصدي? So I can rename the column name to make them match. Then after that one, then I can make whatever I want.
Yes.
Yes. So does that answer your question?
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Any other question?
عندي استفسار عن اللاب يا دكتور.
Okay, let me just stop recording and let's talk. I forget recording, so stopping it all the time.